Hey guys. So, my friend Jay commented on my video last night, and he said that I should make like a part of my video about how I went to rehab, like why I went to rehab and all that stuff. So I was like, thinking about it, and it's weird because like I don't really have, I didn't have like a moment of clarity. I didn't have like an intervention or anything like that. Like it wasn't like anything like that. But I was watching like all these like, when you look at my video, there's like the recommended, and everybody else who's like been to rehab, and they're all like really intense and like crying and like, guys, it's so struggle. And like, I'm like laughing and shit and making jokes and just being straight. But like, honestly, I'm just a very upfront and blunt person. Like, yes, it is fucking serious. And yes, it's very intense and all that stuff. And like, I know I talk about it a lot. I don't talk about it because I think it's so cool. I did drugs. No, I fucking was stupid as shit. Like, I ruined a lot of, like, I ruined my brain. I ruined my fucking skin, my body, my fucking nose, my teeth are gonna fucking fall out. Like, I've ruined so much shit. Like, I have no memory. Like, I'll fuck some shit up. Because I was self-destructive for, like, my whole life. Like, I think I just started to be self-destructive maybe in my 30s. I don't fucking really know. So, I'm going to sort of give an inkling on how I got to rehab, but it wasn't, like, there was no, like, set plan, like, I'm going to put myself in rehab, or I think I need to go to rehab. Like, when you get to a point where you do things like hard drugs, when you're getting to a point where you're doing something every single day, like, be it anything besides really pot, because I know people can, like, pot's just socially acceptable. Even, like, alcohol is to an extent, too. But, like, pot is very socially acceptable. You can do it every day and nobody gives a fuck. Which I do understand why. I have met people who are addicted to pot, but it's very few and far between. And it's just a mental more addiction. Now, same thing with alcohol. For the most part, it's socially acceptable to an extent. But things like heroin, you know, and it's funny, like, to me, heroin, like, I had no problem with doing heroin. Like, I didn't care too much who found out about it, but, like, it always pissed me off when people were, like, all serious about it. I'm like, it's just fucking heroin. Like, same thing with, like, meth. Like, it's just fucking meth. Like, what are you worrying about? You know, it's just crack. Like, what the fuck is that for? You watch too many fucking TV shows. Like, it's fine. I got this. Like, I used to always be proud of, like, I don't ever get withdrawal. Like, I'm so better than everybody. And then I was like, okay, I get withdrawal all the time. And, like, I'm not knocking people who, like, you know, do take it seriously, because, like, it's serious. I just don't take anything seriously. So, like, if that offends you, then sorry. I get, well, not sorry, actually. That's how to speak. Accept your life. Anyway. So basically, I did drugs for a really long time. I mean, I've already given sort of like my backstory. I've been doing drugs more than, you know, like at least like since I was like 12. I've been doing some kind of substance to not be in my brain. And that's because I hate my brain. My brain is not a happy place. It's gotten to a happy place, but God, it used to be a really, really dark fucking place. And is it mental illness? Yeah. Is it, you know, other things? Maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm never going to know. Like, that's just not it. But, like, I got to a point, like, I was really, like, I had no friends in high school. Like, I was a fucking, like, you know, nobody talked to me. And I didn't have massive anxiety, so I didn't talk at all. And then I started doing drugs. I mean, I smoked pot and stuff, but, like, I started doing, like, pills, like Xanax and stuff like that. And, like, oh my God, I want to talk to everybody. I was a social fucking butterfly. And college years, I never went to college, of course, but I was that bitch at that college party fucking getting fucked up with everybody else. Like, I never went to college. Like, college? No, but I'm gonna go to those parties. So during the time, like, I was always, like, the girl, like, the party girl. I was known as, like, a party person. Like, I was known as the person you call to find you shit, you know? I was the girl that introduced everybody to fucking everything, like, every kind of pill. Because, like, my 18 to, like, 20s-ish or whatever, till, like, I went to rehab pretty much, I was all about pills. Like, at first I started with, like, just perks and, like, you know, Vicodin and, like, Valium and Xanax. I loved Xanax. I still love Xanax, honestly. I will always love Xanax. But, I was always that girl who would, like, introduce everybody else onto, like, taking pills. And, like, I don't really feel bad because luckily nobody became a massive, like, addict. But, like, I introduced a lot of people to coke and a lot of people to fucking pills. And I was that girl. Like, I was like, let's go fucking do some coke. And they'd be scared. And I'm like, oh, you're fine. It's just fucking cocaine. Fucking just do a line. You'll be fine. I'm an asshole. And, so college ended. You know, that time of my life ended. Like, the era. Because, like, I never went to college. And most people stopped doing drugs. And I just kept on keeping on. And then I got really depressed in, like, 2007, 8. And I got depressed to the point where I didn't care anymore. And when you get really depressed, what do I run to? Drugs. So I started doing a ton of drugs. And then it became, like, my passive-aggressive suicide. Like, I started doing drugs, and I started hanging out with people that I knew did heroin. And I was like, what are you doing? I want to know what that is. I've always been curious about heroin. Like, always been curious about heroin. So I started doing heroin, and it was working. You know, I had a full-time job, I was paying my rent, all that fun stuff. And I was just, you know, I just happened to get done work and like be shooting up bathrooms, you know, whatever. It's totally normal. I'm fine. And then I moved home because I hated living in Pennsylvania. I moved back home to New Jersey, and I didn't have a job for a little bit, and my best friend was doing heroin as well. And, you know, I knew what I was going home for. Like, I knew I was going home to do heroin, but I wasn't going to tell myself that. I was going home to see my mom, but no, I was going home to do heroin and see my mom. So I did heroin for a very long time, and it was, again, I don't get sick. I'm fine. I'm on welfare, so I got some money coming in, you know. I got my savings, like, we good. I had a little hustle, didn't really hurt anybody, like, we're good. And then I got a full-time job as a manager of a store, and this store did great. It was like one of the best stores in the district, and I had money now. So, of course, I had money for drugs all the time. Unfortunately, my best friend went the whole worst route of, like, literally lies, cheating, stealing, and being an asshole. That's not an excuse when you're a fucking junkie to actually, like, blatantly rob people. Like, she straight up, like, stole checks and shit. Like, she was an asshole. Anyway, so it got to really bad parts. Like, we started, like, hanging out in crack houses and trap houses. And, like, I almost got stabbed in fucking roach houses, like, houses full of fucking roaches and crazy fucking people on PCP and just crazy shit. Going to houses where they're cooking fucking crack, smoking crack in the fucking woods. Like, fucking shit that I'm just like, what is my life about? But still, at that time, I was like, that's gonna make a fucking great story to tell when I get older. Because I never took it seriously. Because it never really affected me. And it's funny, like, I never had some huge rock bottom moments. I had a sort of rock bottom moment, but I never had a moment that I was like, oh my god, I gotta go get help. And I know there's people that get that, but luckily I never really had that moment. Like, looking back, I'm like, oh my god, like, there wasn't just red flags, like, I was a fucking red flag, you know? Like, being that I was, like, the party girl that got everybody to do drugs, and then becoming, like, the party girl that, like, all I did was drugs. Like, if I couldn't find drugs, I was gonna get fucking drunk. And I don't even like drinking, but you better believe I'm gonna take my fucking $4 and get 2 Four Locos and get fucking trashed. You know, like, I always needed to be fucked up before I went to bed. Like, I have prescription Ambien. I still do. I have like 200 Ambien because I don't take them for some reason. I still fucking fill them, you know? And I literally was like, I took so much Ambien. Like, every night I took at least like 3 to 4 Ambien. I would take like 2 and just be normal. You know what I mean? Just be like a little bit of hallucination. You know, that's not normal. But to me, that was my normal. You know, like, that was my regular day. Basically, what happened is I was hanging out at a fucking crack motel. I had $40. I had, you know, I was getting to the point that I couldn't support my habit from working full time. And I was making like $16 an hour, and I wasn't paying rent. And I still couldn't afford my fucking habit. And it got to the point, and around the time I also met Shannon. And it got to a point where we were staying at a crack motel, and Shannon was just, she hung out, she knew a lot of people that did drugs. You know, her 2 other serious relationships were actually heroin addicts. So I guess she was just used to it, but I tried so hard to push her away, because I was just like, I'm fucking a piece of shit, like, get away from me. It went from, like, party girl to, like, I'm a piece of shit, why the fuck is anybody around me? Like, it went from, like, this is fun, hee hee hee, to, like, I don't care if I die, if my mom doesn't find my body. Like, that's where, like, the switch becomes. Like, it comes from, like, this is a party thing to, like, oh, fuck. You know, like, when I die, I just hope my mom doesn't find my body, because I don't want to traumatize her. That was literally my last, like, 6 months before I went to rehab. It's just all I was worried about. Like, please, if I OD, can my mom just not find my body, because I don't want to traumatize my mom. That's not a normal thought, but to me that was totally normal. Totally how people think, right? Everybody thinks like that. So anyway, staying at the crack motel, I had $40 saved back for my nephew's cancer treatments. Like, he had like a beef and beer. So I was like, gotta at least have money for this. You know, like, I gotta keep appearances that I'm not a scumbag. And I usually always kept my money in my bra, and my dope in my bra, because my best friend was a fucking little fucking thief. And I unfortunately went out of the fuck out and forgot to take my shit. And I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and, you know, actually to get ready for work, actually. And I woke up, and the first thing I was like, fuck, where's my drugs? And I got up, and I had like a bag left. And I was like, bitch. And I went in her wallet, and the $40 was gone. And I was like, oh, I don't remember shit. I remember actually somehow we were on the porch. I don't know if I grabbed her or not. I'm sure I did grab her and pull her on the porch because she was like this big. But I was like, cunt, we gonna have a conversation real quick. And, like, I fucking tore her a new ass. I mean, this bitch, like, she had gastric bypass surgery. And everyone always says, like, you can turn into, like, an addict from that, like, because, like, you're addiction to food and then you turn to other things. She had gastric bypass surgery, and we're literally in the hospital when after she has the surgery, snorting fucking Oxycontins. Like, we're taking, like, the coating off, like, licking it off, and, like, wiping it off with, like, paper towels, snorting fucking Oxycontins. Like, this is our normal. So anyway, this is, like, a year later. We're now fucking big heroin addicts. And I fucking tore her apart, and I was like, I have to go to work. At 5 o'clock, I want my fucking dope back, and I want my fucking money back. Like, fuck you. I want my fucking shit back. I'm beat your fucking ass. The end. That was the first time I ever threatened. Fortunately, this was the last time, but that was the first time I threatened to beat her ass. So I went to work. I couldn't stand it. I was fucking pissed off. I was sick. I was just like, okay, one bag, and that is not enough to not be sick. So my stomach hurt. I was sweating, and like I kept fucking eating fucking Klonopin, trying to like stop the sweats, and like I couldn't fucking stop the sweats because I'm withdrawing. But in my brain, I'm like, no, I'm just really anxious. I'm having a bad day. No, Debbie, you're fucking withdrawing. But I refuse to admit that shit. I was always so proud of the fact that they were withdrawal. I'm like, bitch, please. I mean, got to the point I was like, literally, I was shooting up my fucking house, my mom, like, and this is gross, but I'm gonna tell you a story. Right before I went to rehab, before all this shit happened, I also had a weekend that I was like, I just want to stay in my room and get really, really high and watch movies. Because that's normal. That's what people do, right? Lock themselves in the room and get and shoot up, yeah. So I kept shooting up, but you vomit a lot when you're in dope. So I vomited a few times because I would like eat food and I would get sick. And I didn't want to like, but it was too high to move really. So I would just vomit and put it in a bag and put it underneath my bed. But I was fine. That's normal. Anyway, back to the story. So, you're all gonna be like, bitch, shut up. Alright, I got back to the hotel at like 2 o'clock. And I'm like, where the fuck's my shit? And bitch tells me the story that she got the dope off of our fucking regular dealer. Like, she got fronted, whatever. And, she put it in the planter in front of the hotel room so no one would know that we had drugs in her room. And someone must have stole it out of the planter. And I was like, bitch. And I was like, where's my $40? And she's like, oh, I couldn't get it. And I was like, I just like I literally like I couldn't think. I was just so mad. So I just I got in my car and drove around, ended up at my dad's house, and ended up telling my dad. And that day I was like pissed off and I was like, fine, I'm fucking gonna rehab, whatever. I don't like fucking need a rehab. I just need to get away with these fucking people. They're all fucking pieces of shit. I'll be fine. Just need to get I'm just fucking ill. Like, I'm mentally ill and I just need to fucking get away from everyone. Like, I'm just sick mentally. Like, I don't have a drug problem. I'm just, like, mentally fucking ill. So I just need to fucking get away from everybody and I'll be fine. And, like, got to rehab, and the first day I was, like, gung-ho, and the second day I was like, what the fuck did I do? And I kept trying to get into the mental hospital. Like, now I'm like, cop out, bitch. You were a drug addict, accept it. But that's how I got there. There's no set plan. No, like, I know rock bottom in my eyes. I mean, I know there was obviously rock bottoms because I see the things that I did. Like, you know, hiding bags of fucking puke in my bedroom. Like, ugh. You know, like, hanging out at crack motels, you know, almost getting stabbed, you know, like, you know, that normal stuff. That's normal life. Like, bitch, that ain't normal. Getting up at 5 in the morning because someone texts you and say, hey, we're doing some coke with some random dudes in a hotel room. You want to come? Yeah! Hanging out with a bunch of fucking dudes I don't even fucking know. Gang members who have fucking coke. That's not normal. But to me, that was my fucking normal. So that's how I ended up in rehab. And I don't know, like, it was a very intense experience. It was one of the best things I did for myself. When I got out, I used again, but it was easier to not use again kind of thing. I needed to get my brain, like, fucking clear at least. So that's my story. That's how I ended up in rehab. It's not some glamorous, dramatic story. I didn't, like, you know, look up and see, like, God help me. I just thought, like, I at the time, like, the stories were funny to me. It was funny how, like, you know, like, the stories, like, the people I hung out with, and, like, hanging out with people named like Tink, 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 Tink. That was his name. You know, people named Tink and like the one-armed prostitute and all this stuff. And it was funny at the time, you know. And then looking back, I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, like, that's not normal. People don't think that way. But at the time, I'm like, everybody gets fucked up, like super fucked up all the time, constantly. Like, people always fucking shoot drugs all the time, right? Like, people have kits they carry around with them with fucking, like, tourniquets. People always buy blood pressure cuffs just so they can use them to find their veins and shoot up, right? Like, that's totally fucking normal. I have 75 bottles of water in my car for, you know, shooting up. That's totally fucking normal. I mean, like, of course it is, right? Yeah, totally normal. It's not. Bye.